everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. Today I've got an attachment from Meprolight that is a magnifier for their red dot. It's called the MX3 Flip, and that's this device right here. And effectively what it is, it's a 3x magnifier fixed at 3 times for their red dot. Now what we've got it here with the Meprolight that you've seen previously on the channel. Now this attachment or this accessory is separate from it. It mounts on the rail. It does come with a quick disconnect. Flip it over. So right there's a quick disconnect so you can remove it from the rail. Now in theory this will work with any red dot, but it is optimized for use with the Meprolight red dot. And it came basically pre-aimed, pre-centered. All we did is put it on the gun and it was ready to go. There's an adjustment here and one on the top that allows you to adjust up and down and left and right to be able to count for if your red dot's positioned a little bit differently. But if you're using it with the Meprolight, it comes ready to go. The big feature of this particular one, it's fixed 3x magnifier. The big feature that this one has over the original MX3 that's been out for a little while is this button. What that allows you to do is push the button and flip it aside. And that effectively takes it out of the field of view, so that you can have a 3x magnifier when you want it and not have a 3x magnifier when you don't. Almost makes the quick disconnect irrelevant because you really have no need to take it off the gun. It comes with this nice padded pouch to put it in with a Ziploc closure and a lens cleaning cloth. Now, the lens cleaning cloth you use a lot, but this you could probably just throw in a drawer because you've really got no good reason to remove this from the gun. You can flip it out of the way when you don't need it. Now you might think, well, why wouldn't I want to use it all the time? Just leave it in. Well, if you're familiar with red dots, you'll know that they have basically unlimited eye relief. If you'll note, I've got the red dot way up here on the front of the gun. My face is going to be all the way here at the back, and that doesn't matter. Some people want to mount them a little further back. That works too. Effectively, all the red dot is a 1x magnification. It's a holographic image transmitted on a piece of glass here, and it really doesn't matter where your face is relative to the target. When you use this, you're getting closer to a scope, and eye relief does matter. You have to have your eye about that far from it. You've got about that much relief. Otherwise, if you get further away, you start to get that same effect you get it with a scope, where you have a little tiny dot hovering in the middle and you can't see what you're doing. So if you're doing far away work, then this is very valuable. If you're getting into close-up work or you're needing to do quick transitions, this actually hurts you. So being able to flip it out of the way when you don't need it, flip it back in, which is again just requires pushing the button, flipping it back in, is a very helpful feature. Most of the red dots are 1x, and most people don't put magnifiers on them because the magnifier is only good for certain times of what you're trying to do with it. It does have an adjustment here for focus. The distance you set it from the red dot itself and your eyes themselves can affect the focus a little bit, but once you get that focused in, you pretty much don't mess with it at all. And you'll be able to see from the pictures that I'm putting up, you see what it looks like when you're looking through the red dot by itself. You can see the field of view kind of looking down the gun, and then in this picture you can see the field of view where you're looking through the dot itself, kind of focusing in on the dot. That target's about 100 yards downrange, give or take, and you can see what we're seeing. Then you flip the magnifier into view, and when you flip the magnifier into view, the target gets much bigger. You'll also notice the reticle gets bigger. That's another reason why you wouldn't use the magnifier all the time, because it does magnify the reticle. It's magnifying everything it sees. If you've got a big reticle, it can obscure a target. So, it's that trade-off you get. But what it kind of lets you do is have a red dot and a scope on the same gun without having to, take one off or flip the gun on its side. It kind of gives you the best of both worlds. This one is very high quality optics, so you get the longest eye relief that you're going to get on a device like this. You get the most flexibility in mounting positions with it, and you get the flip capability. It's not cheap, it's in the 500-ish territory. I'm sure that once they start becoming widely available, you'll see them in a lower price range. So I'll kind of show you a few different angle views of what this thing looks like when it's in use. So we'll zoom out a little bit, and you can see it from the side. Of course, we do have an unloaded gun. The chamber's been open the whole time. Flip from the side. If we bring it up like you were going to use it, now you aren't going to get a good view through it here, but you'll see the picture in the corner what it actually looks like. You can see that kind of that little dot effect that I'm talking about. That's what you get because of the eye relief, and you can't get a camera to zoom in. Now if I were to flip this out of the way by pushing the button and flipping it, Now you looking through the red dot. And one thing you'll notice right now, the camera is focusing on this honeycomb, which is a glare reducer. That's the camera choosing to focus in on that, and you'll notice the reticle's a little bit blurred. When you're using the magnifier or not with your human eyes, you don't get that effect. That's something you get with cameras. That honeycomb disappears and the reticle's nice and clear. As you can see from the video shots, we had the honeycomb on there. So you can use it with or without the honeycomb, and you can flip it in and out as you see fit, depending on what it is you're going to need to do. And give you another view of it there. And from the top, you'll see there's the adjustment control that I mentioned earlier. So it's really it's a flexible add-on to any red dot, especially with the Meprolight, since they're designed to work together. And for the price, effectively what you've got is a 3-power scope or a red dot for close quarters at your disposal, just at the flick of a button. Push the button and flick it out of the way. And it's looking a little cumbersome when I'm doing it. Well, the gun's on its side. If you have it up properly, you actually can kind of operate it with your push your thumb and pull it up with your hand. It's far less cumbersome when you're actually holding the gun like you were going to shoot it. It's just difficult to get that angle for the with a camera. But overall, this is a great concept to give you the best of both worlds. Well, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, share, check us out on Facebook. Have a great day. Thank you.